From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Evening Edition.
Well, after a marathon trial that lasted 6 weeks, 21 days of testimony, more than a week of deliberations, a San Francisco jury has returned a guilty verdict against the man charged with murdering Cash App founder Bob Lee. Good evening, I'm Ryan Yamamoto. Nima Momeni broke down in tears when we learned of his conviction on a charge of second-degree murder. It's been a long road to get here. Bob Lee was stabbed to death in the early morning hours of April 4th, 2023. Momeni was arrested later that month at his home in Emeryville and charged with murder. Fast forward more than a year, jury selection in this case got underway on October 8th. Deliberations began on December 4th, and then finally today, the verdict of guilty. Our Lauren Toms has been in the courtroom throughout this trial. She leads our team coverage tonight. So, Lauren, break it down for us.
Yeah, Ryan, good evening. Today's stunning verdict marking the final chapter in this case that spanned well over 18 months and gave us a look into the more promiscuous side of Silicon Valley's tech industry along the way. But this is not the end of the road for either party, both intertwined in loss and committed to justice for their loved ones.
Tension hanging heavy in the air as Bob Lee's family filed into a crowded courtroom, passing shoulders for a brief moment with Nima Momeni's mother. Two families bracing themselves for the outcome, and then the verdict, guilty of second-degree murder.
We know that Nima Momeni now is being held accountable for his actions.
The courtroom's divide unmistakable. On the right side of the room, Lee's family holding each other tight. On the left, Momeni's mother sitting at the edge of her seat, in tune with her son sitting motionless. Her son's defense team committed to fighting the verdict.
Anyone in his position is going to feel very disappointed. This is a very painful day, and this is not the end of the story.
For Momeni, the jury's unanimous verdict of second-degree murder carries a sentence of 16 years to life in prison. It includes an enhancement for using a deadly weapon in the crime. Prosecutors speaking for the first time after the verdict, praising the jury for a decision they called difficult but just.
I think the jury got it right. It was a tough case. A lot of people contributed to this case, making me and Dane's job fairly easy. We're grateful. We're happy with the verdict.
7 days of deliberations, 6 weeks of a trial that revealed two competing narratives of what happened in the early morning hours of April 4th, 2023. On one side, prosecutors painting a picture of Nima Momeni as an overprotective brother who stabbed Lee 3 times after an argument over Momeni's sister and her drug use. On the other, defense attorneys maintaining Momeni was protecting himself against a drug-fueled Lee. A conviction of second-degree murder requires prosecutors to prove the killing was intentional, but without premeditation.
The jury had to find beyond a reasonable doubt that Nima Momeni intentionally stabbed Bob Lee, that he did it with conscious disregard for the high likelihood that Bob Lee would die as a result of that stabbing. So they had to find that beyond a reasonable doubt, and they did.
Momeni's defense team saying they're already considering appeals. The district attorney saying they're ready for anything.
Any defense lawyer worth their salt is going to file an appeal of any conviction, and so we are prepared to respond to that. We have a very strong writs and appeals unit in my office who I have great confidence will do everything that we need to sustain this conviction.
Now, Momeni's defense team already setting up a handful of appeals based off of objections made inside the courtroom during trial, including an outburst on behalf of Bob Lee's family. Now, on Lee's side, their legal battle they're suggesting is also not yet over, telling reporters they may seek legal action against several members of Momeni's family based off their roles surrounding the fatal stabbing of Bob Lee. Ryan?
And Lauren, curious, what was the reaction inside the courtroom as that verdict was read?
Well, the audience was under strict rules by the judge to not make any audible reactions when the verdict was read. So everything was rather silent, Ryan. You did see several members of Bob Lee's family really holding their breath and embracing each other once that guilty verdict of second-degree murder was read. Now, meanwhile, on Momeni's side of the family, I sat directly behind his mother, who was on the edge of her seat, just as motionless as her son was, who stared directly ahead towards the judge as he awaited to hear the verdict that determined his fate.
All right, Lauren Toms, thank you very much covering this trial for the past 6 weeks. Now let's get to Max Darrow, who has a reaction from the families of Bob Lee and Nima Momeni. Max, what were you hearing?
Ryan, as you walked us through the timeline, this was a very long and drawn-out process for everybody who was involved. But tonight, Bob Lee's friends and family will be able to sleep a little bit easier, applauding that jury's decision, while Nima Momeni's mother says this was a sad situation for everybody involved. 18 months after former tech executive Bob Lee was stabbed and killed in San Francisco, his brother, Timothy Oliver Lee, was finally able to let out a sigh of relief.
Can you take us to the moment you heard the words guilty?
My heart just like, I don't know, I had like just all of the emotions at once, I guess.
Lee has been in court for almost every day of the trial, anxiously waiting as the jury deliberated for 7 days before coming to the verdict of second-degree murder.
What we wanted the outcome for this trial to be, doesn't matter whether it's murder 1 or murder 2, it was that Nima Momeni's that Bob's kids do not have to see him on the streets again.
Bob's ex-wife, Krista, didn't mince words, as she hasn't throughout the duration of the trial.
We're pleased with the guilty verdict. Murder 1 would have been better, but let's get this sentence and put him back in that orange jumpsuit.
After the verdict, I spoke with Nima Momeni's mom, Manaz, coming to grips with the jury's decision.
I didn't expect that.
What did you expect?
Not guilty.
She offered her condolences to Lee's family, but maintained her son was acting in self-defense.
Nima was not a criminal. He was defending himself. And this is an unfair trial, and Nima is not famous, but he's battling with someone who is famous.
I don't have anything to say to him directly because I don't think that's worth it.
Lee says now that Momeni will be held accountable for murdering Bob, their family can finally begin to heal and move forward, though not on, with life.
I'm never going to have my brother back, but this is the best of all worst outcomes.
A judge set a date for a status hearing of January 10th, and during that hearing is when they will determine the date for when Nima Momeni will be sentenced. Ryan?
All right, Max Darrow reporting live from the San Francisco courthouse.